interesting.
Yeah, so
Our
that's
short
his culture.
lifespan.
His culture is that his people are not taboo about flesh. Basically, they'll eat anything. And I don't know about the...
Scavengers.
Let's actually... You can choose whether you agree with or disagree with the policy of mating with anything. So it's like flesh is not a thing you differentiate between, so it's like pretty much anything that's willing to be procreated with will be procreated with. So is that what you believe, or do you disagree with that? What is Kreen's mind?
Well, Soul evolved you to be that way. I can't go against his wishes.
Okay, so Kreen, what do you believe? Do you believe that you can pretty much procreate with anything and you don't care, or do you actually have standards?
No standards.
Okay, so Kreen's society had standards.
Yeah.
There were a couple things that you couldn't do, so he teaches you that, so you don't have to worry about the whole that thing, so...
If I die, don't eat me. Please.
He probably will eat you. Just... He'll have to share with Thorin, though, because Thorin's the one who's, the cannibal. He's like eating flesh.
If I die, I
No
just want to be
cannibal.
buried.
Just try not to die. That's the easier one.
I don't eat dwarves.
Okay. He's not a dwarf, though. He's a human. Oh, no, he's a half-elf druid, so...
I'm not a cannibal.
I bet.
I'm just a
No,
cannibal.
Where did it have?
Oh, wait, maybe not half-elf. No, he's a human, sorry. I was right originally with he's a human.
Don't
I'm
worry,
thinking
I'm not your
Niltaor at
species,
the
I can
time,
just
my
eat you.
apologies. So you spent... How long does it take you to tell basically the cut-down version of your history? 8 hours.
Oh, holy fuck.
That's the cut. Do you like cut them off at some point during? It'll take you 8 hours, which I mean like only 1 hour until adventure time.
That's a long.
I'll
Like-
cut him off in like 4 hours.
Okay, so halfway through, it's like I think I need to know everything I need to know.
And then
Just
sleep
Like
for the
he went
rest.
really in depth. Like it's like this is the ritual you need to become an adult. This is the first woman he ever bedded. This is the first time he ever wielded a bow. Basically, his whole family history.
I admit it was interesting, but now it's the time for sleep.
And he still had another 4 hours of content.
Maybe over time you can tell me about that.
Yeah, so,
To be continued.
yeah.
Very much so.
He doesn't really need to inhale or exhale when he talks. Yeah, it just comes out. It's just a constant jumble of words.
You just see me inhale a fucking huge joint so I can get through it a little better.
Let's get to
Just a
it.
fat blunt. Just so I can deal with it a little bit
so you
more.
can get through all that.
And then say it's time to go to sleep.
Okay, so that's 5
Um,
hours of rest, which is a short rest, not a long rest. So
But we
I-
also slept
yeah, you already
a
did a
whole
long
lot.
rest, so and you didn't really do anything anyway. So short rest will be fine.
And only needed 4 hours of sleep, or what was it?
Yep, you need less time, which 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So 4 hours of sleep
Yeah.
for you is a full rest. You'll recharge everything.
Yeah. So I guess I'll use 1 hour to prepare some poison, maybe.
So, do you have a poisoner's kit?
Yeah.
Okay, so
or
are you sure, did you have the kit, or did you have the? Are you sure you had the kit? Is it written in there? Let me actually go look.
Let's see.
You have the. Oh, you do have a poison kit.
Oh shit.
So you spent that. You don't even sleep. You just spend your time making poisons.
Well, I guess I use 1 hour to make some poison and then sleep.
Okay,
The
so
rest.
you do have some ingredients, so you can make a little bit of poison. See, how many vials do you have on you? Because let's see, you have 4 vials, which means you can fill up to a maximum of 4 vials. So let's roll on that.
I have a bag of herbs and shit. Not
Okay,
just,
you have enough poison for 3 vials. So 3 of the 4 vials you can fill with poison.
Okay.
So let's the poison is not of your choice, so I have to roll a random number in order to see what type of poison it is. So it is a crippling type poison, which means the most you can do with it is you can reduce movement speed, you can maybe reduce armor class. Let's see which of the two. Okay, so you can reduce move speed, which basically halves their move speed when they're struck with this poison. So it's crippling poison, half move speed. Let me add that to your inventory. So you lose 3 of the vials, and you gain crippling poison. You get 3 of those.
Didn't we have... Hold on.
Okay, and now they weigh something. These poisons weigh at least half a pound, so... Maybe not half a pound, maybe like a fourth of a pound. So he's just making poison that'll slow people down. From the creatures he's hunted so far. Okay, so...
Ew.
Let's see... Who's still... I think everyone went to rest, right? Except for maybe
Yeah.
Marky.
I didn't.
Okay,
Did they
so
ever finish?
Niltaor is still in the library, but I thought you spent all of your time perusing the library.
I didn't get dressed.
Okay, so... Let's see.
Basically just woke up, went to the pub, and then library.
Yeah. Bad news, though, is that, you spent a lot of time... You did use all your time in the library. Like, it took you... You wanted to be thorough. You took at least 3 hours each in order for you to peruse all that knowledge to have it in your head.
Knowledge.
So... It's... Yeah, and you have a pretty good lay of the library. It's like, alright, this is where most of the stuff is. There's a lot of this missing, like... There's no practical knowledge in here, for some reason. Most of it's theoretical. Or most of it's like, this is useless overall. Where's the useful knowledge?
Wait, the library or what?
Yeah, it's like, is this even a library? It seems just like a bunch of ramshackle books together. Okay, so you don't have time to rest. It pretty much, you're going to start the day in the morning, however you're going to start it. Consequences? Of course there's consequences. So...
Of course.
It's pretty much, you spent all that time going through books. And the consequences were you didn't actually get all the knowledge you thought. You have a good lay of the library, but now you lost track of time, and now it's already the morning. It's time for the meeting to start. It's time for the mission to start. Okay, Marky, what did you do right after? So I have to roll time frame. How long did that go on for? I'm not going to go outlandish. 2 hours. Jesus. So for 2 hours we were going at it, and then pretty much Issa was like she was saying out loud things, but we didn't hear any of it. So when she thinks it's safe to come in, she goes in, and then she comes back out and says, you don't want to go in there. It's at your discretion that you see what happened, but I would advise not.
I assume that's such. I'll wait till the coast is clear.
Okay. Say what?
I'll wait till the coast is clear.
Oh, you wait till the
And then
coast is
jump in
clear.
the
It's like, oh yeah, the coast is clear, alright, but the aftermath is still around.
Oh boy.
It's like I cleaned up the mess as best I could, but yeah, they left quite the mess.
Well, I'll be in a different room anyways.
It's
They
like,
painted the
and she
entire-
just shrugs and she just walks in.
They painted the entire inner house a different color.
Let's
Okay.
see, did they?
How bad is
Maybe you could kind of construe it as that. But it's just, like you see that some of the table, like the table is flipped over, some of the chairs are knocked down. She tried to write some of it, but it's like, she got to the point where it's like, there's too much work in here. We'll make them do it tomorrow. Like, fix all this tomorrow. So she's in her bed already, which is surprisingly clean.
I'll just go in my chair.
Okay, so you just sit in the chair. Let's see, do a dexterity.
Oh no. Oh
Let's see
no.
what you got. What do you got?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Come on, crit. Get a crit. Get a crit. I want to see a
Is that a
crit.
save?
It's a dex save. All right, now let's see what you're compared
Oh wait,
against.
that wasn't dex save. That wasn't a dex save.
Oh, that was
wasn't a dex
dexterity. Okay, so try it again. Dex save got
Okay,
better,
that's
and
a
you
good
failed.
one. No.
So you sit in the chair, and you feel it start to give. You try to get up, but it's already too late, and the chair breaks underneath you.
Phew.
Oh. Okay.
You thought it was something else.
So like you're sitting in the chair, and then now you're just sitting on the ground, and your ass is in the spot where the chair should be, on the ground.
I'll pay for that.
Okay. And it's like Isha's like she's kind of sleep talking. It's like you needn't bother. We'll fix it in the morning.
Okay. Is there any other chairs? Or
Yes, there are other chairs. So you just pick up another chair that's not broken, one of the upturned ones.
yeah,
So
get on it.
and that one holds. So you test your weight first to see if it'll hold, and then you just sit in the chair. Right. So night passes. Now we're on to Thorin. So Thorin, you basically just slept.
I had a nightmare.
Okay. Hold on, let me, Okay, I get to choose to intrude on your nightmare. Okay. I'm modifying some things. Give me a second. Ah, crap. I had it for a second, then I lost it.
Well,
I'll get there eventually. So, during your sleep cycle, what are you dreaming exactly?
a nightmare involving things that I've always dreamt of as.
What is a nightmare about?
The same as it always has been.
Which is?
Getting slaughtered, probably. Or at
What,
least
you're getting
not
slaughtered, or
watching.
you're slaughtering things?
It's dreams filled with...
Oh, dreams
endless
filled with slaughter.
bloodshed. Yeah.
That's a nightmare? For you? Mm-hmm.
Well, if it involves slaughtering me, then yes.
So you hear a voice, like, normally you don't hear voices in there, you just see, like, the screams of the dying, but you hear a voice, like, intrude on your dream. You sacrifice without purpose. I will give you purpose.
And that purpose would be...
If you serve me, great power will be yours. You have already taken the steps. Take more steps.
So, keep doing what I am doing already?
What you do is incorrect.
What do I have to do then?
You must recognize me. I cannot tell you who I am. But who you believe I am is close.
Let's just roll an insight at that point.
That's like, I cannot tell you who I am, because then you will believe out of following, not out of your own volition.
Dang it. Well, I'll
So
probably
you have
find
no
out
idea.
one
You have
day.
no idea who the voice is. Like,
Nope.
you've never heard this voice before in your dreams, and your insight, it doesn't really work. It never worked before. Now it definitely doesn't work. You do not know me, but I know you. I've seen the slaughters you've done.
Kind of difficult not to see them if you are a god.
It's like, I can choose what to see and what not to see.
That's
You
a
have
fair
interested
point.
me.
Stop touching yourself.
But
How
first,
can I find
awaken.
out?
You must awaken. And so you're getting pulled out of your dream.
See if I wake up.
So you don't even have to see. Let's see. Oops, wrong one. So okay, so you're having a hard time waking up. Like, are you trying to resist him forcing you into wakefulness?
Just not waking up.
Okay, so you're not waking up. So you're still in the dream state. And you're still in the land of his slaughter. It's like,
What if his vision...
you dare oppose a god?
I am not trying to resist this.
Oh, but a part of you is. You do not obey at all what I command. Good. Good. So he's trying to drive, again, he's trying to drive you into wakefulness. This time he's not giving you a choice. He's forcing you to go away.
And then I wake up.
So, like, you feel like you're, like, during the dream you see one of this, like, you're, okay, so describe to me the battle you're in, the middle of. So you're, like, just surrounded by foes and you're just stabbing in all directions?
Me probably standing on top of a pile of corpses.
Yeah, so you're on a pile of corpses, and you see that, like, now the corpses are starting to reach up and trying to drag you down. And you see, like, the dream is starting to mold in ways that it's trying to force you to fight in a way that you're not used to. Like, the corpses are reaching up. The soldiers are now starting to overpower you because they're getting closer, because now you have another distraction.
Well.
So, and then you find yourself in the chamber. You find yourself in your own chamber.
Interesting dream.
Okay, so let's see if it... Alright, so hold that thought for a second. So, before you fully leave your dream, like, you know, you're about to wake up and then you hear something. Rest assured, this is not your time. Your time will come soon enough, as all life must end. And so that is the parting words before you wake up.
What the hell just happened to me?
So, I don't know, roll it. That's the insight, again, which you're not good at.
I'm not bad at it.
You almost got it.
He almost got
Come
it.
We gotta remember, it's always a
Probably
good
not.
It's like a
Got
25%
friend.
25% chance he's gonna fail this. That's the
Okay.
problem.
That is... It's not the dice I was trying to do.
It says D4.
It says D4, but
Yeah.
that's not the dice S. That's our D4.
Can we count it though?
No.
Why not?
Maybe. Probably. Okay, let's see. Count it? No. So. Oh, that's why, because it was going to give you a lower one anyway. So it's like, here's more chances of you succeeding. Okay, so there you go. So you're pretty sure an outside influence just went into your head. So that's as much as you establish is what happened. Something contacted you, and it's got something to do with whatever you're worshipping. So do you like? So in your mind, you think it's like the spirit of my God has decided to answer my prayers or whatever you've been doing. Like, whatever I've been doing is apparently the right path because I've drawn the interest of whatever power this is.
But I still don't know what it is.
Yeah, so
Apparently.
mostly you don't know what it is. You just know that some greater entity is intruding in your dreams to let you know that it knows that you exist.
I'm basically going to ask around if there is a library.
Why would the library have knowledge on whatever demonic force this is? Plus, you don't even know what force it is to begin with.
Just talk to me,
That's why
man.
I'm
You
going.
got all
How do
the
we know
knowledge.
Like,
How do we know
how
it's
would the library?
demonic?
And the library has barely any practical knowledge. Why would they know?
But he doesn't
Maybe they
know.
know. Maybe they know. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay,
Thorin
all right,
Thorin
give it.
doesn't
So
know.
you're like, So you're thinking, all right, it doesn't hurt to try. Just pretty much just go there and see if they have anything on it. So even if you're skeptical about it, just try it. All right, so go for it. So you're looking for something in the library of the demonic.
No, I'm just looking for someone who can tell me where the library is.
There isn't going to be
because I don't know.
somebody to tell you the library. Brelog would be obvious choice because he knows where everything
Yeah, but he
is.
was busy, so...
So you don't want to ask Brelog even though he has all the info?
Yes,
in the
I know.
morning.
Okay,
I
sure.
think.
So
Isn't this in the morning? After all this is
yeah, this
happening.
is in the morning. Let's see, so what are you just going to ask around the street, the people on the
Yeah, I'm
street?
just gonna ask.
So you're going to ask the people and you ask, where's the library? Are you like gravelly voiced with it? Where's the library?
No, normal
Are you
voice.
just normal? It's like, where's the library? And then they just point to where it is. Some people know who you are, some people don't. The ones who are willing to respond, they show that, they show rather hero worship rather than fear. Because you're a powerful warrior and you're on their side. To them, that's a hero. Doesn't matter what you do.
I just thank them and walk off to the library.
Yeah, so you thank them and then, so you're in the library
I'm going
now.
to search.
There's not even a librarian. And probably the librarian was the guy who just got murdered. So that would make the most sense.
Oh,
Probably.
indeed.
Okay, so you're looking for things on the demonic. There doesn't seem to be any books on the demonic, or even anything from extra dimensional, or anything that looks like it could be useful to whatever malicious. Like you're even looking for things like malicious presences, anything. But there doesn't seem to be any of that in there. So,
Damn it.
do you notice? So you can choose to notice Niltaor or not, because Niltaor has been in the library since you went to bed, and now he's still here.
I probably notice him because I'm still looking around, and if he's asleep on some of the books, I'll just...
Yeah, Niltaor, he's
Notice him.
roll Constitution. Could you stay awake during the whole time, or was it like some parts you were like half sleeping through some of the content because it was so dry?
I'd feel that.
That is a failure.
Aw.
So some of it,
Unload.
like the topics were kind of dry, like survival. Even though some, like especially since you knew some of it, you were falling asleep in some moments, like maybe half an hour at a time, maybe 15 minutes at a time. So throughout, you were getting like minor sleep. Does that count as a short rest? That does not count as a short rest. That just means you were napping.
So basically, because he's probably asleep on one of the books,
Yeah,
I just
so
poke
is
him
he
awake.
awake or is he... So, Niltaor, you get to choose. Are you asleep when he arrives, or are you awake when he arrives? Because
I'm sleeping on the book.
Okay, so he's sleeping on the book, and the last book he was reading was about what? Oh,
Was
yeah, it was
the-
no, I don't remember.
Basic repair, like the
Oh, yeah,
armor
basic
stuff.
armor repair and basic tool repair. So, he was
I'm
trying
just
to
gonna wake
find
him
the
up.
book, but he was sleeping on a book that didn't have anything to do with that.
I'm just gonna wake him up.
Okay, so
what
how
the
so?
book says. Gonna shake him awake.
Okay, so
and-
you're just gonna shake him. So again, he's a heavy sleeper. Like physical contact will not do much. So you're shaking him and you're tapping him on the shoulder, but he's not waking up because he's a real heavy sleeper.
Wait, who's the heavy sleeper?
Niltaor.
Oh,
Remember, Tukri had to get water and splash
Yeah,
him on the
he's-
face to get him up.
Just by seeing that, I just lift him off of the book.
Okay, so you're lifting him. Okay, so that's not enough to like. He's sleeping as you're lifting him up, so he's pretty heavy sleeper.
Are there books underneath that book?
Are there what?
Books underneath that book where he was sleeping.
Okay, is there a bunch of books underneath his book? No, the only thing on the table is the one book. Maybe a pile of books nearby.
Just gonna check the pile of books then if there is
So
one.
you're checking the pile of books for what you're looking for. You do find something. It's really a list of It's a list of known demons. But it's kind of out of touch with because there's a combination of books. Niltaor was thinking of a bunch of books he wanted to research, and there's a stack of it. Apparently, List of Known Demons is one of those books.
Oh, wow.
Just demons or also
So are you
demons?
drawn to that book?
Yeah, I'm interested.
So
in
you're
it.
interested. It's like, interesting. So, do you have time? You don't have a lot of time. Maybe like an hour. Because, say, how long are you willing to wait? Like, as soon as you wake up, you're gone?
But I wasn't going with say.
Oh, yeah, you weren't. Okay, so you have all the time in the world. Never mind. Okay, so... you have to roll your insight.
Of course I do.
Insight or wisdom, whichever one, because you have to read the book. Alright, so... The comparison is... Okay, so... You're trying to cross-reference... Okay, this sounds like this, and this could be this. You can't... You have a... You now know some demons, and you know that, these ones are close, but you're not quite sure. There's quite a few. So now you have a bunch of known demons that it's like, this could be the right one, or it could be that one, or it could be this other one. So, and this is like, you're not even entirely sure it was a demon. This is just trying to put words to what you have heard. And so, now you're starting to lean towards, this might be demonic, this might be fiends.
I just kind of shrug it off like, oh well.
Okay, so you just drop the book back on the table.
I just put it back where I found it.
Okay, so you're still holding Niltaor, by the way. So you're holding him one-handed, reading the book with the other hand. Do you just drop him back into the chair, or what are you doing?
I just put him back where he was.
Okay, so you put him back where he was. Niltaor, you have to roll Constitution to see if you can actually wake up from... Because you basically were picked up and then put back down. So is that enough to jolt you awake? That is enough to jolt you awake, so...
Oh,
so, now you're back in the... So you're up, and...
Welcome to the real world.
Yeah, you
The
see
book now
Thorin
down
kind of
the
towering over you, holding one of the books that you wanted to read.
What?
This is an interesting book,
Oh,
When I'm saying that as I'm putting the book back on the...
Yeah. What, him falling asleep reading a bunch of books?
yeah, what's gonna read that later? Is it good?
What about later?
He said he was gonna read it later.
Okay, you're gonna read it later. Right, so...
And I asked him if it's a good book, if I should order or...
Well, you guys need to roll perception, like one of you, because you have to... In order for you to know what time it is, and know that the mission is going to happen... Like, this is...
Nope.
So Thorin doesn't care, because you're not even going, so... You don't care what time it is.
At that point, because he wakes up,
Niltaor,
I'm
you have
just
to
like,
roll perception, because you have to... You want to go on the mission. So... Oops. Okay, so... You're pretty sure you might be late. That you might be a little bit over... Like, at least in your mind, you think, it's already this time.
Oh, shit.
So-
Pack all my stuff that I have with
Oh,
me
you're
and
just... You're packing all your stuff together. Okay, so...
rush it up to, Racco's house and pick almost there and then back to the pub. I think everyone is waiting.
I don't know where are we gonna meet?
Well, first of all my stuff from the library, then back to Refrac where I slept, then back to the tavern, where I think everyone